Hey guys, how are we doing? Hope you're awesome. So today I wanted to touch on the biggest problem I see when I speak to sort of guys, perhaps like yourself, when we sit down on the phone or whatever. And the biggest problem I see most of the time is just they can't stick to it. They do for a little while and then whether it's a few weeks, a few months, and then they just back off basically. They lose interest, lose the motivation, plateau, whatever sort of thing. So some people do this for they've been doing exercise on and off for a few weeks, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, like a bit of a yo-yo. Whereas others have been training for 5 years or something, basically, whatever, continuously. But then obviously the diet's not like that. That's up and down as well. There's no consistency there. So that's the biggest thing I see is sort of that break in the chain. People can't be sort of consistent and can continuously do it, basically. They go to most people can get the training in order, or they'll get to the gym 3-4 times a week sometimes, but then the nutrition's not very good. They just eating out, a lot of takeaways or a lot of fast food, and then obviously smashing on the weekends as well. So I just want to address that and see how you could implement that, and perhaps again, if this concerns you as well, how can you get around it? Because the biggest thing as well is that accountability. No one cares, no one's on your back. I've talked about it before many times, just you gotta have someone on your back. You gotta check into someone. You gotta be accountable to someone else or something. You can't just do it by yourself. And you gotta have the goal. You gotta have your target, and when you gotta measure and progress and tweak. So that's the biggest thing. So picking a day, whether it's Mondays, Fridays, have a check-in, take some photos, regardless how you feel, regardless of how the last days have gone, regardless of how the weekend went. On this day, at this time, set an alert on your phone. You will be taking photos, taking some measurements, get a measuring tape out, measure your waist, measure your chest, measure your arms, weigh yourself, whatever, and check in and write it down, log it down, regardless of how it feels. And then this is either going to obviously motivate you. It's going to motivate you both ways, because if you've obviously made a progression, if you've lost a few centimeters of your waist, if you're looking better, if you've got more lines coming through in your stomach, it's going to motivate you to do a hell of a lot more this week and push harder. And then the other flip side of the coin is going to motivate you if you didn't get the result you want, if you're still in the same place, or you've gone worse. It's going to motivate you to give you a kick up your ass to get moving, because it's going to give you a bit of a reality check. So that's what you need to do, guys. So every week, or every fortnight, whatever, but every log it in, book it in your calendar, check on your iPhone, and block it in and set an alert. So to tell you, Monday morning, first thing you get up, take some photos in the mirror, front, side, and back. Take some measurements of probably depending on what you want, but your waist, your hips, etc. Do some look at your weight, so you can have just a guide of that. So you've got these benchmarks in place. So then each time you can tweak and measure if you're progressing or not, or if you're regressing. Because that's the biggest thing. A lot of people just go through it. They don't know, I ask people how was the last year been? How was the last 6 months been for you? What sort of results have you had? Most of them don't know. They don't know it's pretty much the same. But if you're progressing, if you're tweaking and testing each week, you know if something's working or not. If something's working, then you need to keep on pushing. You keep on sticking with that. If something's not working, you need to tweak it and perhaps give yourself a kick up your ass. So that's the biggest thing, guys. So it gives us every time you sit down, you see those results. It's not going to lie. The numbers won't going to lie. The photos won't lie. It's right, have I done the work or haven't I done the work? And obviously, what needs to change? If something's not working, right, I need to change my training. Perhaps I need to do something else, change my training routine. Perhaps something more metabolic. Perhaps I need to train more days, whatever. My nutrition, I'm on too higher calories, or I need to change, swap some foods around. Perhaps the weekend's killing me. All these different things, you get you get this creativity, then the options and the ideas, right, this hasn't worked, I need to change to make the progression, to lose this weight, to make myself better this week. Cool. So that's my idea for you today, guys. My tip for you: get yourself, book in a slot on your calendar to check in every single week, and tell your partner about it, tell your friends about it. Just I'm checking in at this time, and make sure you do it. Cool. So just a reminder, guys, click this link. You guys have a daily action guide sent to your inbox every single day. This is a bit of an accountability, bit of a motivation to kickstart your day. Make sure you dominate it. And obviously a free 6-pack video series on training, nutrition, and your mindset, okay? Needed to get those lean, ripped stomach. Cool. Catch you soon.